I would like once again to invite everybody to this beautiful event on Emunah and Bitachon. Tonight, I am not one of the speakers. I'm just introducing our beautiful lineup that we have. Rabbi Perlson, Rabbi Tabeli, and Mr. David Gindi going to give us words of chizuk on Emunah and Bitachon. As a preface, I just want to say one thought that came to mind today. I think it's a good introduction to the words that we're going to hear tonight. We stand on the second night of Hannukah. Hannukah is known to us as the holiday of the lights. And of course, it's not just physical lights that we light the candles, but it's also spiritual light that resembles the soul. We look at the Hannukah menorah and we see the flame of the soul that flickers. And Hannukah resembles a lot of the Bitachon and Emunah concept. And that is because Hannukah is a holiday that we light the lights during the nighttime. And the night resembles, obviously, darkness and hardship. Light resembles ease and happiness. And what we do is we learn how to struggle with happiness in the darkness. And that only comes through Emunah. Emunah and Bitachon is basically faith and trust in Hashem, which actually flickers and turns on the light in the darkness. This is what Hannukah teaches us. And the level of Bitachon, which hopefully we're going to hear and strengthen ourselves with tonight, is the concept that David HaMelech said when he referred to Bitachon, and he said like this. He said, "Im lo shiviti vedomamti kegamul alei imo, kegamul alei nafshi." David HaMelech said, you know how I put my trust in Hashem? The same way a child puts his trust in his mother after he finishes eating. What happens when the baby wakes up in the middle of the night? He just gives a little cry, the mother runs and gets him, takes him, feeds him. Right after that baby finishes eating, he feels at ease and he's happy. He stops crying, he's ready to go back to sleep. Does the baby worry about what he's going to eat in a couple of hours from now? The baby doesn't think about what he's going to eat in a couple of hours. He knows in the back of his mind, all he's going to do is have to give a little cry, and his mother's going to run and give him the food. And then he's going to be at ease again. He doesn't worry about what's going to be tomorrow, and he doesn't even worry about what's going to be in a few hours from now. He's today at ease. He knows that he is in his mother's arms. He knows that his mother just fed him, and she's going to continue feeding him whenever he needs. David HaMelech says, you know how I am with Hashem? I am kegamul alei imo, like a child that just finished nursing upon the hands of his mother. Kegamul alei nafshi. My soul lives like a baby lives after he finished nursing, at ease with Hashem. When we feel that we're able to accomplish, that we have power to accomplish, we're not that baby. That baby feels he's in the arms of his mother and he feels secure is because the baby knows in the back of his mind, without knowing, that he has no power to do anything. He knows that the only one that could help him is his mother. And that's why he's so at ease. We are all born. You should know we are all born with these characteristics of bitachon and trust in Hashem. What's my proof? Proof is a person is ready to go, for example, to he wants to become a professional. And this was actually what happened in the time of Rabbi Eliyahu Lupian. One of his students was ready to leave the yeshiva. And the rabbi tells him, where are you going? He says, I'm going to find a profession. He says, why? Stay over here and Hashem will help. He says, what do you mean I have to do my due diligence, my hishtadlut, in order to make a livelihood in the future? He tells him, and why do you need to make a livelihood? He tells him, well, I'm going to get married one day. I'm going to have to support my wife. And then I'm going to have children. And I'm going to have to support them. So he says, well, who said you're going to get married? The rabbi asks him. Well, how do you know? You're making plans for the future. Who says you're going to get married? Now the child was coming out of yeshiva, so he knows the lingo. And he said, what do you mean? Hashem is going to help me. Be'ezrat Hashem. Hashem will, everybody gets married. Hashem helps. 40 days before the baby is created, Hashem says, who's going to be his mate. So Hashem will help. She says, and who says you're going to have children? He says, same thing. Most people I know have children. I assume also I will also have children. Hashem will help. Be'ezrat Hashem. I'll pray and Hashem will give me. He tells him, so how about going and finding a livelihood? He says, well, I got to do my ishtadlut also. What do you learn from this concept? How come a person, when it comes to finding a livelihood, he says, I got to do my due diligence. But when it comes to getting married and having children, so that he relies on Hashem. The answer is because when a person realizes that it's not in his power, then he realizes there's only one power I can rely on, and that's Hashem. When I feel like I can do something in order to make something happen, so then he relies on himself. David HaMelech says, where we have to come in order to feel like that baby? Kegamul alei imo, kegamul alei nafshi. We come to the realization that we have no power, zero, like that baby realizes he has no power. And when we realize we have nothing, it's not us, we do nothing, then is when we feel that serenity. And then Hashem gets us. So, we're going to hear, Be'ezrat Hashem, many words of Bitachon, and the concept of Bitachon again, and Emunah is realizing that we have no power and everything is literally 100% in the hands of Hashem. And when we realize that, then our soul is able to shine, even in the darkness, because we realize, Gam ki elech begetz al mavet, even I go in the shadow of death, and it's dark, Lo yirah, I'm not scared at all. Why? Ki ata imadi, because Hashem is with me. I introduced the first speaker, Rabbi Perlson, to give us words of chizuk.